how do you monitor companies? So you invest properly, but you have to monitor because lot can change into a portfolio overnight. Specifically, now in times where we are living, overnight something happened, some disruption happened. Like, what happened? NBFC companies were absolute darlings of stock market for 5 years. In 2 weeks, it looks like there is no bad sector like NBFC. And now everyone has become wise that, asset liability mismatch, ye kisko nahi pata chala kya? How come no one came and told us in TV here that there could be an ALM mismatch? The fact is that many people were aware, but if you were monitoring it very carefully, maybe you would not have got at the peak, but you will be aware that such a concern can happen and you had the possibility of reacting to such a thing. And my belief is that I come in the stock market for making money. I don't come here to be right. I'll repeat, a lot of people come here to be right, saying that मैंने आपको ये बोला था. अरे तूने किया क्या था भाई? There is no point saying that मैंने आपको 5 साल पहले ये लेने को बोला था, 10 साल पहले इस कंपनी में मैंने रिसर्च किया था. The fact is that जो आपने बोला या जो किसी ने आपको बोला, did you implement that and did you make money out of that? Then only it is worth being in the markets. The second point is that, sometimes people become too theoretical about investing. And you say that, I will look at X, I will look at Y, I will look at Z, I will look at all the parameters, but by the time you look at, the opportunity is gone. One more important thing is on portfolio monitoring is the art of selling. So I have read thousands of books on how to buy, when to buy, what to buy, how to choose the industry. But I am yet to come across a book which says how to sell and when to sell. It's a very tough job because if you are too early, you can miss a lot of gains. If you are too late, you can get stuck in your portfolio. If you are in love with an entrepreneur, you can get stuck. If you don't have access, still you may come out early. So the art of selling is not again about basically saying that, कोई शेयर 20% बढ़ गया या कोई शेयर का P multiple 20 के ऊपर हो गया तो बेच देने को है. Maximum amount of money actually is being made when a share goes up above 25 P multiple. Because then it goes from the realm of value investors, and then a lot of momentum investors only come into those kind of stocks. And I have seen even in 2001-2, the technology stocks like Infosys went into 150 P. So when to sell, you will see a euphoria. And I can assure you, a good person, a guy who sells the stock right, is a guy who is convinced that after I will sell, and the stock will definitely go up. Someone who is trying to catch the top will never be able to catch the top. So you have to be able to sell and digest that after I sell, let it go up. It doesn't matter. Then, some of this is not quantitative, but it is more qualitative, which is behavioral science. That patience and long-term mindset is a must for investing. Where we have identified a lot of perception gap. I'll spend 2 minutes here for people who love stock selection. And say sometimes a perception of a management is very, very bad. But when you look at the reality, it is not that bad. But many a time people go with the perception. Ye fraud hai, ye cheat hai, that this management is not good. While the numbers and the performance is telling you something completely different. In the last 15 years, I have personally identified many such companies where there is a huge perception gap, both positive as well as negative. So positive is when it is perceived very bad and stock is available very cheap. And you make a lot of money as the investors catch up with the reality. And it has happened with many large groups. It has happened with many smaller companies with the perception. Because, people create their own biases in the stock market. एक बारी आपको लग गया ना कि ये fraud है, वो आपके दिमाग से जाना बहुत कठिन काम है. वो कुछ किया हो या ना किया हो. Then for him to become honest in your mind is a very tough job. And that is what creates that perception. Over a period of time, you obviously make some mistakes also when you take this kind of bets. But I have seen when the reality is very good and the perception is bad, you end up actually making a lot of money. Vice versa, when the perception is phenomenal and the numbers are not coming, and it's only a story. ये क्वार्टर नहीं, अगले क्वार्टर, अगले क्वार्टर नहीं, अगले क्वार्टर, अगले क्वार्टर नहीं, अगले क्वार्टर. So कभी ना कभी वो फिर क्वार्टर नहीं आता है और डूब ही जाता है.